Tips, the real voice of the region. Watch Notice Live, your station, your voice.
Step into the realm of Assam Downtown University, where we encourage success, experience the pinnacle of academic excellence, and live your best days.
Evening Prime with Wasbir Hussain at 6:55 p.m. Eight states at your fingertips, the real voice of the region. Watch Notice Live, your station, your voice. Evening Prime with Wasbir Hussain at 6:55 p.m. Eight states at your fingertips, the real voice of the region. Watch Notice Live, your station, your voice. Evening Prime with Wasbir Hussain at 6:55 p.m.
Welcome to this packed edition of Evening Prime. In the next 1 hour, we shall bring you the day's top stories from the region and beyond. I will also have guests joining me to discuss the latest escalation of violence in Manipur that is once again in the news. I'm Wasbir Hussain. First, the headlines.
Royal Global University presents News Headlines. Badhega Northeast, Tabhi to Badhega Northeast.
Manipur continues to be on the boil. Firing reported from multiple places along periphery areas. Arms snatched from India Reserve Battalion personnel. Manipur BJP MLA R.K. Imo Singh writes to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, says central forces should be removed if they can't contain violence. No electricity and mobile connectivity. Motha founder Pradyut Debbarma slams successive governments for lack of basic facilities in remote Tripura district. Pawan Chamling-led SDF dissolves all committee posts post recent election debacle. Questions being raised over future of party. And former West Kameng Deputy Commissioner under CBI scanner. CBI files charge sheet in cases related to corruption.
Evening Prime is brought to you by
Yamaha Gen FC, Lord of the Streets,
and
Patanjali Dant Kanti, full fresh.
Well, the situation continues to be volatile in the periphery areas of Manipur, with firing reported from multiple places this morning. As per sources, intermittent firing broke out along the fringe areas in Kortuk, Sikkim and Sinamkul at around 5:30 a.m. today and continued for hours. Meanwhile, as many as 3 rifles belonging to the 8 India Reserve Battalion personnel were snatched by armed men in an attack on a security post at Sinamkhun in Imphal East. Firing was also reported from Yaining Pokpi in Imphal West from the hillside along the Imphal-Ukhrul road. Well, situation had turned extremely volatile yesterday when 2 people were killed in heavy cross-firing and drone attack in Kortuk in Imphal West. Meanwhile, amid the fresh escalation, BJP MLA Rajkumar Imosing wrote to Union Home Minister Amit Shah expressing deep anguish over the killing of 2 people by alleged illegal armed militants. RK Imosing, who is also the son-in-law of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, stated that if the 60,000 central forces are not able to maintain peace, it's better to remove them and give full charge to state forces. Imo Singh also demanded that the charge of the unified command should be given to the state government headed by the chief minister, and political dialogue between all stakeholders should be initiated in the earliest by the centre. He also called upon the Union Home Ministry to abrogate the SOO against the groups whom he accused of indulging in violence and breaking of ground rules. Meanwhile, Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee President K. Meghachandra also slammed the attack on villagers in Kortuk using high-tech drones. Meghachandra also tried to corner the N. Biren Singh government on the issue, stating that despite knowing the fact the drones are being used to drop bombs, why did the State Home Department and Manipur Police not take preventive measures?
Heavy attacks by the militants, Kuki militants, since yesterday, it is very unfortunate, and from the reliable source, 1 2 women were dead, and other these 9 other injured. So, in fact, yesterday also this bombarding had happened in the Kautruk areas and the Sekmai by using the very sophisticated drones. So in this regard, it is very condemnable. So why this government is silent after knowing these the using of drones and sophisticated arm? So government should immediately inform to the army this headquarters like 57 Mountain Division at Laimakhong, where these the anti drone machineries are there with the army. So in these junctures, government should also inform to the ministry, defense ministers and the home ministers concerned, because it's a very highly sophisticated, and today morning also these by using this drone, these many of the places, Kautruk, Sekmai and the Sinam village, this area also today morning is already started from the early morning. Government of India should also take immediate actions, and why the state government is silent, and the DCP of the state and the advisor to the home, why they are still silent.
Meanwhile, Manipur Home Commissioner N. Ashok Kumar shot off a letter to Manipur Police DGP Rajiv Singh, urging him to ensure that preventive measures are taken in the fringe areas. Kumar said that combing operations and sanitization of areas falling in fringe areas bordering Imphal West, especially the stretch from Kaithalmanbi to Kortuk areas, should be carried out immediately. Meanwhile, MPs from Manipur have reacted on the attack in Kortuk village. Lok Sabha MP A. Bimol Akoizam targeted the centre on the prevailing situation in the state. Taking to social media, Akoizam said that the latest round of criminal and deadly assault on the civilians, including using drones to bomb residential areas, exposes the failure of the law enforcing agencies, particularly the armed forces under the Government of India, which are deployed in Manipur. Rajya Sabha MP Maharaja Sanajoba Leisamba also reacted to the Kortuk attack. taking to social media, he said that the union government is urged upon to take strong and stringent actions against these militants at the earliest. He further said that it is a well-planned move to distract the state government's efforts to restore peace and normalcy in the state. Tripura Royal Scion and Tripura Motha founder Pradut Debbarma has raised concerns over the dilapidated roads and lack of essential basic facilities in remote areas of Tripura. During his visit to the flood-affected Chintarampura area of Magrum under the Sabrum subdivision in South Tripura district, Debbarma expressed concerns on the apathy people in the area have faced from successive governments. He visited the area to offer relief to the affected families following the announcement of a personal ex gratia rupees 50,000 to the families who lost their loved ones in the recent floods. During his visit, Debbarma pointed out that he was the first to reach the flood affected families with relief materials even before the administration could arrive.
तो मैं यहाँ में मागरूम चिंताराम पारा में आया हूँ और आप खुद देख सकते हैं पूरा रास्ता चला गया है। इस एरिया में अभी तक कोई नहीं आया। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट ऋषिकेतु आया हमारे साथ, लेकिन मैं भी आया हूँ और जब मैं चीफ मिनिस्टर से मिलूँगा तो मैं उनको बोलूँगा कि ये पहले से जैसा काम चल रहा है इसको बंद होना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये जैसा रास्ता गिरा है ये पोली प्लान रोड था। यहाँ में ना बिजली है, ना मोबाइल का रिसेप्शन है, पीने का पानी का प्रॉब्लम है। हम अपने लोगों के लिए यहाँ में पानी लाए हैं, खाने के लिए कुछ लाए, मैं पैसा भी कुछ दे रहा हूँ, लेकिन आज मैं आया हूँ, कल मैं नहीं आऊँगा तो इनका क्या होगा। अगर ऐसा फैसिलिटी रहेगा त्रिपुरा में तो हमें भी विचार करना पड़ेगा कि सिर्फ इलेक्शन के टाइम हम लोग सब आते हैं, इलेक्शन के टाइम हम लोग सब बात करते हैं, लेकिन ख़राब टाइम में कौन आता है। ये पूरा फेलियर है। 75 साल में हम लोग एक रास्ता ठीक से नहीं बना सके। ये आज का कोई बीडीओ या आज का कोई एडीएम का गलती नहीं है, हम सब का गलती है 75 साल से।
Well, on to a big story from Arunachal Pradesh. The Central Bureau of Investigation has filed a charge sheet against 3 accused, including a former deputy commissioner and 2 other officials, in a case related to corruption and misappropriation of public funds in Arunachal Pradesh. The accused officials include former West Kameng deputy commissioner Padma Jaiswal and 2 other officials, including the then finance and accounts officer and the then cashier. The charge sheet states that the accused deputy commissioner abused her official position to withdraw cash from government accounts for personal purposes, prepared demand drafts and remitted amounts to private individuals. The investigation also found evidence of conspiracy between the deputy commissioner and other 2 accused to misappropriate funds, including getting drafts and deposit at call receipts prepared to release amounts from the treasury. The CBI investigation revealed that the misappropriated funds were used to purchase immovable properties in the names of the deputy commissioner's relatives. On to Sikkim. Is the Pawan Chamling-led Sikkim Democratic Front finding it hard to recover from the big loss in the recently concluded assembly elections in the state? Well, the Sikkim Democratic Front has dissolved all of its committees except for a few with immediate effect. The decision was announced by party president Pawan Chamling during a Central Executive Committee meeting at the SDF Bhavan in Gangtok. The party has dissolved the entire committees of the party, including Central Working Committee, Central Executive Committee, District Working Committees of all districts of Sikkim. Besides, Chamling further added that fresh committees of the party at different level will be constituted soon and new appointments in different parts of the posts of the party will be made accordingly. It needs to be mentioned here that the SDF party, which had ruled Sikkim for over 20 years, have no legislators left in the Sikkim Assembly after its lone MLA from the Shiari constituency, Tenzing Norbu Lamtha, defected to the ruling SKM earlier in July. Staying with Sikkim, good news for flyers from the Himalayan state as well as tourists planning to visit Sikkim. The Pakyong airport is gearing up to welcome a host of new airlines including Buddha Air, Blade Air, Jetwing and Indigo come early October. Announcing the new flight services, Director of Airports Authority of India at Pakyong, Sanjeev Kumar Singh informed that if all goes smoothly, operations will probably start from the first week of October this year. The airport has been without regular flight operations since June when SpiceJet, the lone operator at the time, suspended its services due to unpredictable weather conditions at Pakyong.
सिक्किम के एकमात्र पाक्योंग एयरपोर्ट अभी नए फ्लाइट शुरू करने वाले हैं और इस संबंध में बातचीत करने के लिए अभी मेरे साथ एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया के पाक्योंग के डायरेक्टर एसके सिंह मेरे साथ हैं। सर, जो खबर मिल रहा है कि पाक्योंग एयरपोर्ट से बहुत सारे फ्लाइट अब शुरू होने वाली है, तो क्या है आप लोग का प्लान और ये कब से शुरू होगा?
पाक्योंग एयरपोर्ट से बहुत सारी एयरलाइंस ने ऑपरेट करने के लिए इंटरेस्ट जाहिर किया है, जिसमें स्पाइसजेट के अलावा इंडिगो ने बहुत सारे डाटा यहाँ से मांगे हैं और वो टेक्निकल सर्वे और जो बाकी सर्वे होते हैं उसके लिए वो प्रयास कर रहा है। तो ये सब क्लियरेंस होने के बाद शीघ्र ही यहाँ से इंडिगो भी ऑपरेट कर सकता है। इसके अलावा ब्लेड एयरवेज है, वो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से उनका चल रहा है बातचीत, तो वो पेक्यांग को बागडोगरा से जोड़ने का उसका है, वो भी कमिंग मंथ में शायद शुरू कर देगा यहाँ से, अक्टूबर। और जेट विंग जिसको आरसीएस के अंतर्गत पेक्यांग से गुवाहाटी का रूट मिला हुआ है और वो नवंबर तक यहाँ से ऑपरेशन चालू करने की संभावना है, पेक्यांग टू गुवाहाटी। इसके अलावा कुछ हेली सर्विसेज हैं और कुछ चार्टर्ड फ्लाइट्स हैं जो यहाँ से ऑपरेट करने के लिए वो प्रयास कर रही हैं। इंडिगो का जो अभी वो डाटा एनालिसिस कर चुके हैं। डाटा एनालिसिस में यहाँ के जो पेक्यांग के एयरपोर्ट के आसपास के ऑब्स्ट्रक्शंस होते हैं, हिल्स होते हैं, वो स्टडी कर लिया है। वो उसके अनुसार उनके एयरक्राफ्ट में कितना पे लोड होगा, कितने पैसेंजर को लेके यहाँ आ सकते हैं, वो स्टडी कर रहे हैं और वो 10 या 12 दिन में अगर कर लेंगे तो सितंबर सेकेंड वीक तक उनके टेक्निकल टीम की यहाँ आने की संभावना है। उसके आने के बाद वो फिर डीजीसीए क्लियरेंस के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे। तो अक्टूबर सेकेंड माह तक मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि वो सब कुछ होना चाहिए। इसके अलावा ड्रूक एयर को एक लेटर लिखा गया है, ड्रूक एयर को यहाँ से जोड़ने के लिए, और बुद्धा एयर वो यहाँ पे सर्वे करके गया है जुलाई माह में, तो वो डीजीसीए या उसके पास अप्रोच कर रहे हैं, तो ऐसे एयरलाइंस के भी आने की शीघ्र संभावना है।
Tripura Chief Minister Manik Saha today condemned the recent communal violence on the outskirts of Agartala and assured that swift action has been taken to address the situation. It was the Chief Minister's first public reaction to the incident and comes shortly after criticism from Tripura Motha founder and Royal Scion Pradyut Deburma, a key ally of the ruling BJP. The Chief Minister also pointed out that there are elements who are unhappy with the current government's peaceful governance, and these elements may be attempting to incite such violence to disrupt the state's harmony. The violence erupted following the alleged defacing of a Kali idol in the Durganagar area under Ranir Bazar police station in West Tripura district, which led to the looting and arson of dozens of houses and vehicles on the night of August 25th.
এখন এই ধরনের ঘটনা কোনো অবস্থায় কাম্য নয় এবং যখন এই ধরনের ঘটনা আমার গোচরে এসছে সাথে সাথে কিন্তু আমি অ্যাকশন নিয়েছি। পুলিশ সেখানে পৌঁছে গেছে এবং বিভিন্নভাবে খবর নেওয়ারও আমরা চেষ্টা করছি, সামাজিকভাবেই হোক এবং রাজনৈতিকভাবেই হোক আমরা সেগুলোর মোকাবেলা করছি এবং আগামী দিনও করব। এগুলো হবে কারণ অনেক জায়গা থেকে এই ধরনের এত সুন্দরভাবে এই সরকার চলছে, রাজ্যটা এত শান্তির মাধ্যমে চলছে, সেটা অনেকের কাছে এটা হয়তোবা এটা ভালো লাগছে না। তো আমরা সেই জায়গার মধ্যে দাঁড়িয়ে এই ধরনের ঘটনা আমি অনুরোধ করব যাদের কারণে যাদের মাধ্যমে এইগুলো করানোর চেষ্টা করছে তারা এর থেকে যেন বিরত থাকে।
All right, we will go for a short break. Coming up next is Northeast Tonight. With me, I have guests, and our discussion will be Flashpoint Manipur. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Your voice.
RCF डालमिया सीमेंट है RCF एक्सपर्ट यानी रूफ कॉलम और फाउंडेशन एक्सपर्ट। डालमिया सीमेंट RCF स्ट्रॉन्ग तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग।
আরে ভাই এনে নাম্বার 1 কন্ট্রাক্টৰ হৈছো নেকি সৰু কালৰ পৰাই ব্যৱসায় কৰি আছো সৰ্বোত্তম টিএমটি
এইটো মাইথান ষ্টীল নহয়
সস্তা হয় বস
ষ্ট্ৰং মানে
মাইথান ষ্টীল
ঠিক
চাকৰি প্ৰাৰ্থীসকলৰ বাবে আশাৰ বতৰা তৃতীয় আৰু চতুৰ্থ বৰ্গৰ পদৰ পৰীক্ষাৰ প্ৰশ্ন কেনে হ'ব ইংৰাজী সাধাৰণ জ্ঞানৰ লিখিত পৰীক্ষাৰ সম্ভাৱ্য প্ৰশ্ন আৰু উত্তৰ ধাৰাবাহিকভাৱে প্ৰকাশ হ'ব নিয়মীয়া বাৰ্তাৰ বুধবৰীয়া পৰিপৰিকা নিয়োগ বাৰ্তাত লগতে আছে চাকৰিৰ সংবাদ গুৱাহাটীৰ এইমছ আৰু গোৱালপাৰা সৈনিক স্কুলত শিক্ষকৰ চাকৰি জিঅ'লজিকেল ছাৰ্ভে অফ ইণ্ডিয়া অইল ভেলী স্কুল ডিগবৈত পদ মুকলি পাৱাৰ গ্ৰিড কৰ্পোৰেশ্যন আৰু পৰিবহণ বিভাগত পদ খালী টোকলাই চাহ গৱেষণা প্ৰতিষ্ঠান হিন্দুস্তান কপাৰ লিমিটেড ইণ্ডিয়ান ৱাটাৰ অথৰিটি গেইল ইণ্ডিয়া লিমিটেড আৰু ত্ৰিপুৰা উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় আদি বিভিন্ন প্ৰতিষ্ঠানত খালী হোৱা অসংখ্য পদৰ সবিশেষ তথ্য পঢ়ুৱৈসকলে নিকটৱৰ্তী বাতৰি কাকতৰ পৰিৱেশক আৰু বিতৰকৰ সৈতে যোগাযোগ কৰক।
RCF डालमिया सीमेंट है RCF एक्सपर्ट यानी रूफ कॉलम और फाउंडेशन एक्सपर्ट। डालमिया सीमेंट RCF स्ट्रॉन्ग तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग।
आईना जीवन दर्पण অন্তৰৰ বিশ্লেষণ আইনা দৃষ্টি সন্তৰ্পণ আইনা
প্ৰকাশ পালে ছেপ্টেম্বৰ মাহৰ আইনা জীৱনৰ অতি শীঘ্ৰেই আপোনাৰ কপিটো সংগ্ৰহ কৰক।
Evening Prime with Wasbir Hussain at 6:55 p.m.
চাকৰি প্ৰাৰ্থীসকলৰ বাবে আশাৰ বতৰা তৃতীয় আৰু চতুৰ্থ বৰ্গৰ পদৰ পৰীক্ষাৰ প্ৰশ্ন কেনে হ'ব ইংৰাজী সাধাৰণ জ্ঞানৰ লিখিত পৰীক্ষাৰ সম্ভাৱ্য প্ৰশ্ন আৰু উত্তৰ ধাৰাবাহিকভাৱে প্ৰকাশ হ'ব নিয়মীয়া বাৰ্তাৰ বুধবৰীয়া পৰিপৰিকা নিয়োগ বাৰ্তাত লগতে আছে চাকৰিৰ সংবাদ গুৱাহাটীৰ এইমছ আৰু গোৱালপাৰা সৈনিক স্কুলত শিক্ষকৰ চাকৰি জিঅ'লজিকেল ছাৰ্ভে অফ ইণ্ডিয়া অইল ভেলী স্কুল ডিগবৈত পদ মুকলি পাৱাৰ গ্ৰিড কৰ্পোৰেশ্যন আৰু পৰিবহণ বিভাগত পদ খালী টোকলাই চাহ গৱেষণা প্ৰতিষ্ঠান হিন্দুস্তান কপাৰ লিমিটেড ইণ্ডিয়ান ৱাটাৰ অথৰিটি গেইল ইণ্ডিয়া লিমিটেড আৰু ত্ৰিপুৰা উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয় আদি বিভিন্ন প্ৰতিষ্ঠানত খালী হোৱা অসংখ্য পদৰ সবিশেষ তথ্য পঢ়ুৱৈসকলে নিকটৱৰ্তী বাতৰি কাকতৰ পৰিৱেশক আৰু বিতৰকৰ সৈতে যোগাযোগ কৰক।
দৰ্পণ অন্তৰৰ বিশ্লেষণ আইনা দৃষ্টি সন্তৰ্পণ
Coming up from the Northeast Live Studios in Guwahati, Northeast Tonight with Wasbir Hussain.
Viewers, this is a show that decodes the northeastern region. We are here tonight to decode what's going on in Manipur, which is on the boil once again. Fresh firing was reported this morning from multiple locations along the periphery areas, which include Kotruk and Sekmai in Imphal West and Sinamkhul in Imphal East. This comes after yesterday's unprecedented escalation at Kotruk along the Imphal West Kangpokpi border, which led to the death of 2 people, including a woman, and injuries to several others. Well, the violence was unprecedented, as for the first time in the over 15 months of conflict, the Manipur police acknowledged that sophisticated drones were being used to carry out the attacks. High-tech drones were used to deploy rocket-propelled grenades, making it a significant escalation, and the police suspect the involvement of highly trained professionals, possibly with technical expertise and support. Well, the violence has once again triggered a war of words between the Meitei and Kuki civil society groups, besides drawing sharp reactions from elected representatives. In an act of desperation, BJP MLA Rajkumar Imo Singh wrote to Union Home Minister Amit Shah expressing deep anguish over the killing of 2 people by alleged illegal armed militants. RK Imo Singh, who is also the son-in-law of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, stated that if the 60,000 central forces are not able to maintain peace, it's better to remove them and give full charge to state forces. Imo also demanded that the charge of the unified command should be given to the state government headed by the Chief Minister, and political dialogue between all stakeholders should be initiated at the earliest by the centre. The Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI, meanwhile alleged that armed Kuki groups used an ambulance to infiltrate into Meitei village under the guise of emergency service workers, leading to the killing of a 31-year-old woman. The COCOMI also lashed out at the Kuki INPI, the apex body of the Kukis, for allegedly misleading the public with a press release that suspiciously coincided with the attack. The Kuki MP on its part had yesterday claimed that there was an ambush attempt on Kuki Zo civilians along the Kangpokpi Churachandpur road, a very critical road. The Committee on Tribal Unity, or KOTU, too condemned the alleged firing incident at Kangchup region of Sadar Hills and Kangpokpi district, besides slamming the peace initiative of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. The issue has also turned political, with the Manipur Congress accusing the N. Biren Singh government of being unable to tackle the situation. Now, the heavy cross-firing and violence came less than 24 hours after Chief Minister N. Biren Singh assured to restore complete peace within 6 months in the violence-hit state. So, what could have triggered this violence? Could it be Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's assertion that he will not allow the division of Manipur at any cost, or are there elements who do not want peace to return in Manipur at all? Before we begin the discussion, I have an esteemed panel with me tonight. I have Mr. W.L. Hang Singh, retired Chief Commissioner Customs and GST. Professor Ama Yumnam, visiting professor, Center for Economic and Social Studies, Hyderabad. I have Mr. Kuraiza Mathoba, spokesperson of COCOMI, and I have Mr. Pauzakhub Guite, president of the Kuki Students Organization, Delhi NCR region. Gentlemen, welcome to this program tonight. But before we go to the discussion, let's listen in to what Chief Minister N. Biren Singh had said during his conversation with news agency PTI 2 to 3 days ago.
ये छोटा सा स्टेट है, ये मेरा स्टेट बहुत हार्ड अर्निंग है। ये मेरा फोरफादर का 2000 साल का लिखित हिस्ट्री रखा हुआ है, कैसे कैसे स्टेट को बनाने के लिए क्या क्या सेक्रीफाइस किया होगा। तो ये स्टेट को तोड़ना नहीं है ना, ये स्टेट के अंदर में कोई सेपरेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन भी होना नहीं, उसको हम अलाउ नहीं करेंगे। हाँ, अभी ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल है, ऑलरेडी ऑटोनॉमी दिया हुआ है, तो इसमें से क्या क्या दे सकता है हम लोग और डेवलप करने के लिए, सिविलाइज कर, मतलब डेवलपमेंट में फोकस देंगे। सो डेवलपमेंट एरिया में जो भी मांगा है वो डेवलपमेंट के लिए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट इज रेडी। उसकी लिए हम प्रधानमंत्री को भी और गृह मंत्री को भी हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे, हिल एरिया को डेवलप करना बहुत जरूरी है। सेंटर के थ्रू से बातचीत शुरू किया, 1-2 बार शुरू किया है, गृह मंत्री के नेतृत्व में आईबी करके 1-2 बार एमएलए मिला हुआ है, और हमने भी अपने एमएलए लोग भेजा है, अपने मैथई के एमएलए लोग भी और कुकी के एमएलए लोग भी दूसरा जगह में मिलाया। बातचीत तो ऐसा है। तो ये पीस जब आएंगे, अगर सेंटर, हमने भी कोशिश तो कर रहे हैं, अभी देख लिया आप फारजोल और जिरीबाम में, तो ये तरह हम कांकोपी वाला भी बात कर रहे हैं, मोरे का भी अलग अलग तरीका से हम इमिशरी भेज के बातचीत करा के हो रहा है, लेकिन फिनिशिंग टच जो है वो ये सेंटर करना है। सेंटर के थ्रू से कोई होम मिनिस्ट्री हो, आईबी हो, जो भी हो, दोनों को बुला के ऐसे ऐसे क्या करना क्या नहीं करना, अब इशू का प्रॉब्लम है।
बट आपने कुछ टारगेट रखा होगा कि 1 साल में, 2 साल में?
मेरे को ये ज्यादा नहीं फैलना है, इसको जस्ट विद इन।
All right, that was Saturday when Chief Minister N. Biren Singh made these remarks where he said that division of Manipur will not be allowed, separate administration will not be allowed, but more autonomy can be given to autonomous councils, and that he will work for development of the hill areas. But a day later, the massive escalation was witnessed in the periphery areas. Have a look at some of these disturbing visuals.
Drone पाएगा थादर खिबो मफम दो Hey, boy! Hey, get over here!
TP.
Poni ko siya jito. Lachin thare. Shesi poni.
Well, a video was sent to Northeast Live showing Kuki Zo village volunteers claiming the alleged Meitei militants were present in certain Kuki areas in Kangpokpi, Churachandpur and Tengnopal districts. The Kuki village volunteers served a 3-day ultimatum for these armed men to leave the area. Well, this is a claim by the Kuki Zo village volunteers that there are Meitei armed groups which are present in the hill areas. Let's listen into what the Kuki Zo village volunteers had said in this video that was sent to Northeast Live.
Meitei militants are laying ambush every day in Kangpopi, Churachandpur Road. And Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, is talking about peace, and we are not fool. There are Meitei militants till now in Kuki areas, like in Satang, Sinamkom, in Kangpopi district, and in Churachandpur and in Tengnopal district as well. If they don't leave within 3 days, Kuki Jo village volunteer will kick them out.
Well, this was a video that was sent. It is somewhat controversial. It has claimed that there are Meitei armed groups in the hill areas, but you know, how they are present there or not at all, we could not independently verify the claim. So we are just saying that this is a video that was sent. We have our esteemed panelists. We'll take their views. Let me first go to Professor Amar Unam. Let me go to somebody who is in Hyderabad, a very well-known professor from Manipur University, currently a visiting professor at the Center for Economic and Social Studies in Hyderabad. Professor Amar Unam, from a distance, what do you have to say about the sudden escalation of violence? Everybody thought that, you know, things are lying low for quite a long time. There was quiet for some time, and suddenly, you know, once again things have escalated. What do you have to say, Professor?
Well, it's a very unfortunate kind of a scenario where the center wants to see to it that there is no governance. It's not that the center is not capable of maintaining governance. They are intentionally avoiding governance. This is a very bad scenario. Besides, what we must look at it is that, well, let's look at the property ownership system. Well, what is the ownership system among the cookies? They don't have the modern ownership system. It's like, okay, it is one person of a village, the village king will own the entire village. There is no individual ownership system among the cookies. The time has come for that kind of ownership to develop. So before developing that, what is going to happen is that some people are trying to take advantage of whatever property they have acquired. One person wants to have a village in his or her name, and that way they can keep on exploiting that particular area for their own personal benefits. It's not for the community. So we are yet to see what is going to happen to the community system of the cookies. So we are allowing the cookies to work for that, and they are still not mentioning about it. We also don't bring it out in the discussion. So what happens is that the center also allows that kind of a thing to continue, and they want to see to it that, well, let it continue forever.
Right.
Yes.
Professor, I'll come to you. Let me go to Mr. W.L. Hang Singh. Mr. Hang Singh is the retired Chief Commissioner of Customs and GST. Mr. Hang Singh, there is a general feeling that on Friday or Saturday, Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh gave an interview to news agency PTI, where he categorically stated that Manipur cannot be divided and separate administration cannot be given. But he said that more autonomy can be given to the autonomous councils, and that there is need to work more for the development of the hill areas. Now, a lot of people are thinking that the escalation of violence is a response to the Chief Minister's statement. Do you buy that argument? Do you buy that feeling?
Division of a state or amalgamation of many other states into one unit, it's there a provision in the Constitution of India. Article 3 of the Constitution provides for this. Who is the CM to say that it cannot be divided? And what is this idea of Manipur all about? This ancient kingdom of Manipur, which they say it is 2,000 years old. Where is the evidence that it is 2,000 years old? Maybe it is 400-500 years old. That's all, I think. And there's no contemporaneous evidence. You have the court chronicles, which court chronicles are not reliable. They are self-eulogizing chronicles. And anyway, that is besides the point. There's no provision which says in public interest a state cannot be divided. A state or many states can be amalgamated. It is there clearly provided in article of the Constitution. Now, Mr. Biren Singh talks about an ancient constitution which Manipur has. What does that mean? In one of his assembly replies, he in countering an MLA's question, he says Manipur has its own constitution. Isn't that a seditious statement for a chief minister? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. If there is a need for re-administration, realigning the administration of any state, there's no reason why it cannot be rearranged.
Yeah, Mr. Hang Singh,
the examples are there.
Mr. Hang Singh, you are basically saying that the issue of creating a new administration or division of state, I'm not talking about Manipur, I'm talking in general terms, the creation of a new state, creation of a new administrative area, this is the purview of the central government and not the state. That's what you were saying basically.
Yes, and it is provided in the Constitution. Who is he to say it cannot be done?
Okay.
We have so many examples of Telangana, Jharkhand, Bihar. I mean, just name it. It's there.
Right.
Overnight it has been created.
Right. I'll come back to you, Mr. Hang Singh. Let me go to Mr. Khuraizam Athoba, spokesperson of the COCOMI. Mr. Athoba, that was a very important interview where the Chief Minister has talked a lot. Some people may support his statements, some people may oppose his statements. That is, I'm not going into that. Now, in that interview, the Chief Minister said that he was trying to restore peace in Manipur within 5 to 6 months. Within 24 hours, Mr. Athoba, the situation in Manipur has once again become volatile, and the Manipur police has admitted, they have confirmed that drones were used to drop bombs in certain areas. Now, how do you look at it? You please put on your audio, Mr. Athoba. Please put on your audio. Yes.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes. You are audible. Yes.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. I think it is the responsibility and
being a chief minister of the state, it is very much his intention to resolve this long pending turmoil situations as soon as possible, being a responsible leader. And that's what he has expressed. And he has been, trying in several fronts, and he has been expressing to the public also that what he's been trying to do. He's even trying to engage the neutral Naga legislatures and all to communicate with whoever, possible. That's what he's trying to do. But as you have just said, as he declared that kind of goodwill, intention and positive ideas to restore peace in Manipur, there are also people who don't want to restore peace soon, because you just imagine who benefits from prolonging this violence. It is obviously the people who are pursuing certain demands which is almost anti-state and anti-people, anti-Manipur agenda. They definitely want to prolong the situations because it is the circumstances on which basis they are trying to pursue certain demands. On 3rd of May 2023, when they start attacking the Meitei villages, they know that they have anticipated that Meitei will definitely retaliate at some point. And once that retaliation happens, they started saying that we are being targeted and persecuted and discriminated and ethnically cleansed. Now we are emotionally separated, physically separated, geographically separated. Why don't we get separated administratively? This is the kind of narrative and demand that they have been pursuing.
Thoba, you see, you are a very vocal voice. You are a very vocal voice from the valley. Now, my question is, you are saying that Chief Minister is saying, all of the Meitei CSOs are saying that there can be no division of Manipur. There should not be any separate administration. So this means that you want the entire Manipur to remain as united, remain as one entity. Therefore, my question is, don't you want the development of the entire state? Don't you want to live in peace with everybody in the state? On one hand, you are saying that you do not want any division of Manipur, and on the other hand, there is this we versus they narrative. We versus they. So, do you think that this we versus they narrative should stop and everybody should work together for peace building?
No, Wasbir, you cannot simply, define the kind of, understanding that we are supposed to have. See, just a while ago, Mr. Hang Sing, what did he say? He don't buy the idea of Manipur. He don't believe in the 2000 years of existence of Manipur's historical accounts. That clearly shows that they belong to certain group of people who are originally not from this land. They came in from somewhere. Their forefathers came in from somewhere. Historical records accounted that they are just 200 years old people. Some of them, and many of them are very recently, arrived and settled in this part of the land. Therefore, they don't understand the value of what the idea of Manipur carries to the indigenous people of this area. Therefore, he is very, comfortable and very easy for him to say that, he can simply reject and deny the existence of Manipur as an entity. And not to forget, 1947, Manipur Constitution Act 1947 is a legal act, and the existence of that constitution is being acknowledged by the Union Home Minister of India, Mr. Amit Shah, when he inaugurated the Mount Manipur in Andaman and Nicobar Island, when there was a huge public function regarding the declaration of Mount Manipur. He himself said that Manipur already had a constitution before the enactment of the Constitution of India. So if Mr. Hang Sing don't buy even that also, that we can clearly understand that they belong to the immigrant community, they have been misunderstood by the Constitution and given all sorts of recognitions like the settled tribes, and now they start claiming themselves an indigenous people and they don't believe in the history of Manipur. This is ridiculous.
Right. Wait, I will go to Mr. Paujak Guite, but before that, Mr. Hang Sing, would you like to respond quickly before I go to Mr. Guite to what Mr. Khuraisam Athuba has said?
He's taken my name and he's made the things very personal, and I would not stoop low and get personal with him, because I can say many things about himself. And as far as the Manipur history goes, Now he's talking about 3rd May when he says that 3rd May was the day we started asking for separate administration. We never asked for separate administration before that. It was only on 3rd May onwards when you separated us. You divided the state. Demographically, then we said that we have no future together. Now you go back 5 years ago when Biren Singh came to the before 5 years of him coming in the Congress rule. Was there any hate campaign against the cookies? The term illegal immigration, refugee status, these came only with Biren Singh. Was it ever there the last so many years, 70 years of independence? Now he comes up, now he says, we are immigrants, we are illegal immigrants, refugees, all these, it is all started by a group of people called Houmis. Now I think he's a member of one of those, third class, hello, can you?
Yeah. Let us not being personal. Let us have a logical debate.
He got personal.
Right.
I can say many things, more things about him. About his indigeneity also I can question.
Let us stick to the issue. Khuraizam has raised his hand. I'm coming to you, Mr. Guite, then I'll go back to Professor Amar Yumnam. Yes, Khuraizam Athoba, you wanted to say something. Yes.
Yes. See, on May 3rd, they created a situation. They created circumstances to demand a separate administration. That's what I said. Wasbir, you will be surprised to know, since 5th of May, starting from 6th of May, we are the one who evacuated all the stranded Kuki peoples from Imphal till Churachandpur. We are the one. I led the convoy. And we hand over all the stranded people from Imphal to Churachandpur and Kangpopi and elsewhere. And we also brought back all other stranded people from the Churachandpurs and other places. You know what happens? That evacuation process continued till 11th of May, Wasbir. Please note my words. That evacuation process continued till 11th of May. And you will be surprised to know, while we were trying to evacuate people and give them safe to their respective places, on 12th of May, there are 10 MLAs of the Kukis. They wrote a letter to the Prime Minister of India demanding for a separate administration. That is how it began. So the 3rd May incident was nothing to create a circumstances. And I was not personal. I was just referring to
can I just ask a simple question?
Civilizations and constitutions. I am not attacking him personally. It's not no use.
Okay. Let me.
When he said,
Mr. Hang Singh.
Can I ask one clarification? One small one. When he said we arranged the movement of the endangered people, I mean, who were under threat, what does he mean by we? He's talking about the army, the Assam Rifles,
Kokomi and the Assam Rifles gave the security. Kokomi did the initiative, took them all from Imphal to
that is a complete
you ask your people, you ask your
lie.
Okay.
You don't know anything about that.
Kokomi is the one who declared war on us. Now he's saying something else.
It was not war on Kuki. It was war on Chin Kuki narco terrorists. Chin Kuki narco terrorists, the one who had
brought
bombs to attack us again recently. We declared war on those people.
I have
narco terrorist people.
I have the data.
Who these are?
I have the data to prove you are a narco terrorist. Mr. Thoba.
So
let me
terrorists are the people who use guns and do drug business. Who do drug trading.
Okay, let me go to Mr. Paujakhub Guite. He is the president of the Kuki Students Organization, Delhi NCR region. Mr. Guite, now you know who benefits if we talk about May 3, 2023, we are talking about the fresh escalation of violence. Now, do you admit that the escalation of violence has risen to a very big level now, that Manipur police itself has said that drones are being used, rocket propelled grenades are being dropped. Today it is people from one community who is dead, tomorrow it could be the other way around. So at the end of the day, civilians are in danger.
Sis, Wasbir, thank you for having me here. See, my question is, do you believe in police department of your stringer? your correspondent. You should rely on your stringer, your correspondent, not on the state agencies like police department of the state. So that provocation was mere response and retaliation of the Saturday's nationwide rally organized by the Cookie NP and Cookie Students Organization across the country. Even the national capital's protest was vehemently opposed by the major societies in Delhi. But
what are you saying? What are you hinting at? What are you hinting at? Can you be a little clear?
Yeah. Please rely on, your correspondent, not on the police department of the state.
No, we always rely on our correspondent. We always rely on our correspondent, but we cannot ignore, we cannot totally ignore what the state says. The state government is elected by the people.
Do not rely on whatever flies above your head.
No.
You should
what are you hinting at? Because there is a feeling, as I said right at the beginning, I will come to Professor Amar Yumnam on this. A lot of people are thinking that this sudden escalation of violence is a response to a very categorical statement made by Chief Minister Biren Singh that there will be no separate administration.
Well, we have been plotting in the air without actually knowing the ground conditions. I would like to put for discussion before everybody that what is the property rights regime prevailing among the cookies? Are we fully aware of the prevailing property rights regime among the cookies? Meiteis have a property rights regime, that is privatization, and the Nagas have community ownership. Cookies have a property rights regime where the citizen is the owner. So what has happened is that if they continue for a longer time, a kind of a situation will arise where they will have to share the benefits with everyone in their community. So they are looking for a kind of a situation whereby the village, they are looking for even new villages, because the one who is a chief in the village will be the owner of the village. So they are looking for a kind of a situation where few of them will become millionaires over a period of time, very powerful one. And that is exactly where I'm a thinker for the cookies also. I'm not against them, but I think for the common cookie people, the way things are happening, it looks like that some of them are making the people follow, okay, this is for the cookies, this is for the cookies. No! It is for a very few rich elite of the cookies. They want to ensure that they remain forever richer and their own people remain their workers, their servants forever. So let us be very clear, the prevailing all along the debate during the last few years, of course, the failure of governance, the non-existence of governance, that's one thing, but the people who are really mobilizing and asserting for the cookies are the ones who wants to be absolutely enraged by the outcome of this.
Now, let
this happening.
Right.
So let us be very clear of the property rights. Without properly knowing the property rights regime prevailing among the cookies, we can never digest what is behind the cookie thinking.
Right. I'm going to Mr. Hung Singh. But before that, let me make a point here. You know, the drone attacks that, in fact, by the way, an Inspector General of the Manipur Police had a narrow escape. An IGP, an Inspector General of the Manipur Police had a narrow escape in one of the drone attacks in Kortuk area yesterday. In fact, that is something which the media, at least I have not seen the media reporting. Now, another thing that is also, we cannot ignore the fact, let's have Mr. Hung Singh also on the screen. We cannot ignore the fact that this dropping of bombs took place in an area which is close to the National Sports University. Now, very close to that place is the headquarters of the 57 Mountain Division, that is the army headquarters in Manipur, and about 5 to 6 kilometers on the south is the headquarters of the 9 Assam Rifles. Now, it is a high security area actually, high security area where the drone attacks actually took place. Now, this is something which is a matter of concern. I don't have anybody from the government or from the security establishment who could answer this question, but let me go to Mr. Hang Sing on a different issue, having made that point. Mr. Hang Sing, are we going to engage in only in a war of words? Don't we as civil society leaders, as media, as academics, as student leaders, don't we have responsibility towards our people? After all, neither the Kukis nor the Métis can deny the fact that ordinary people belonging to both sides are suffering because of this violence.
Peace is something which we want and we pray for more than anything else. We want peace. But how to get that peace? We don't want some kind of fake peace where we are back to square one and we struggle the same things again, rewind the whole thing and replay the same game again. We want to look forward, look ahead for peace. It is all for peace. Now, when I say peace, we have to go ahead from where we are now. Right now, we are already a divided state.
Now,
half the population cannot go away.
Talking about peace, Chief Minister Biren Singh, has said that he would like to restore peace within the 5 to 6 months. But unfortunately, immediately after that statement, whether it is linked or not, that is, I'm not saying that it is linked, but within 24 to 36 hours of that statement, Manipur is in fresh turmoil. Now, let us listen to the fact, to Chief Minister said that he wants to restore peace. But I have a bite of the ITLF spokesperson Ginza Walzong on this issue of peace. Let's peace talks or dialogue. Let's listen into what the ITLF has to say on this. Well, okay, I'll play that in a bit. I'll play that in a bit. Okay, we have the bite. ITLF spokesman Ginza Walzong. Let's listen to what he said.
Aware of the fact that the Chief Minister of Manipur, Biren Singh, have recently appointed the chairman of the Hill Area Committee, Mr. Dingailung Gangme, as the chairman for the peace emissary between the Métis and the Kukizo. Our stand as the organization from the Kukizo remains the same. We will not negotiate with the state of Manipur. We will only talk with the central government in regards to our political demands.
Right. Okay. That means the ITLF leader is saying that he is not against dialogue, but we will not talk to the state government, we will talk to the center. I think that I see a little bit of positive element there. Khuraiza Mathoba, don't you think it is positive? Okay, don't talk to the state government, talk to the center, but talk peace, because the people need peace. I'm sure you will agree with that.
That's what Wasbir, I have been telling that who benefits from prolonging these turmoil situations? There are conditions of peace. They have conditions on restoring peace. We have no conditions on restoring peace. That makes so much of difference. And Ginza Walzong is one of the person who expressed in national television that they are against the exercise of NRC in Manipur. Why is that? Why is that? So that creates lots of questions to the general publics. Why don't a citizen of India don't want to register himself or themselves or their community as a citizen of the country? Why are they against it? It's a big question. Another thing is they also talk about political demands. Before making any political demands that concerns the territory of the state of Manipur, it is the people of Manipur that needs to be bring into confidence first before going to New Delhi or somewhere else. Because Manipur is a different political entity since historical times, as we all know. Manipur is not like Telangana or any other Indian states. Manipur is a different entity. It was merged with a different situations and conditions. So it has to be respected.
Point noted. Point noted. I don't have much time. Let me go to Mr. Guite, Mr. Paujokhub Guite, the president of the KSO, Kuki Students Organization. Now, Mr. Guite, you see, you are a student leader. Okay, you are not a politician, you are a student leader. Now, we have been covering Northeast for 40 years now. I have been covering the Northeast for 40 years now. We have seen that whenever a major conflict takes place, the student organizations, they play a really positive role. I am sure Khuraiza Mathoba had been a student leader. He knows it very well what I am talking about. Now, there was some problem in Meghalaya, between Assam and Meghalaya. It is the All Assam Students Union which went out to Shillong to talk to the KSU, and the matter was amicably resolved under the banner of the Northeast Students Organization or NESO. My question is, okay, we all know the stand of both the groups, the Meiteis and the Kukis. They are completely at two different poles, the demand, present situation. Now, as a student leader, as a student organization, don't you think that you have to take a role in trying to at least making an effort? Whether it succeeds or not is different. Do you think you have a role, positive role?
Yes, sir. We have tremendous role in bringing whether peace or solution, but we are more into bringing solution, which is separate administration. Other than this, we don't have any role at all. Regarding peace, we have higher authority to discuss regarding this. But the thing is, before anything else, be it peace or solution, Kokomi, it has to take back his statement saying, declaring war against the cookies. How can we talk
Don't
about
say
this
cookie,
without
it's
someone
cookie
declaring?
narco-terrorist, not cookie.
But
Don't
yes,
generalize it.
Athoba is clarifying. Mr. Guite, Athoba is clarifying that Kokomi's statement was not against cookies in general, but he is saying that against the people who are engaged in drugs.
Manipur government has declared war on drugs. We declared war on Chin cookie narco-terrorists because 95% of the opium poppy cultivated in the hill areas of Manipur are confined and occupied
I have completely run out of time. I have completely run out of time.
Violence is never a solution.
Let Professor speak. Yes, Professor.
Violence is
Can I
never
say
a
something?
solution.
Have you ever heard of a chief minister of a state declaring war on a person that is own people? This is a unique situation.
May 20 seconds to Professor Amnam and 20 seconds to Mr. Hansing. First to Professor Yumnam. Yes.
Let me complete my data, please.
Violence, it should not be that the government of India doesn't have the security capacity to bring the things to peace. First of all, the security forces should bring the condition to absolute peace and the situation. But exactly
First
the
peace
issues
and then
should be
talk.
examined by an expert committee.
Right. First peace and then 20 seconds. Right.
Committee.
Professor, I am absolutely out of time. First peace and then talks. Mr. Hang Singh, final comments. What do you have to say? 20 seconds to Mr. Hang Singh.
What I was saying, have you ever heard of a chief minister of a state declaring war or action of war against a section of his own people? This has happened in Manipur, nowhere else. So how does that section of the people have confidence in a state like this?
All right, very, very strong words there from both sides. Both sides are absolutely, as of now, rigid on their positions. The Meitei civil society or the government of Chief Minister Biren Singh is categorically stating there can be no separate administration, and the Kuki groups are saying that rather than talking peace, they want a solution, and the solution is none other than a separate administration. Now, going by this to the respective stands of the two clashing communities, it is clear that this violence or this volatile situation in Manipur is going to continue for some more time to come unless some drastic efforts are taken at dialogue between the two sides to restore peace. We at Northeast Live, we only hope peace returns to Manipur and the innocent civilians do not suffer because of this violence between the two sides. I thank everybody for watching this program. Good night and goodbye.
RCF दालमिया सीमेंट है RCF एक्सपर्ट यानी रूफ कॉलम और फाउंडेशन एक्सपर्ट दालमिया सीमेंट RCF स्ट्रॉन्ग तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग
Hello, little dove. Sweet रवि जब बॉयज अच्छा खेले सॉल्टी रवि जब बॉयज खराब खेले
गुटर को खाना
टेस्ट मी 50% sweet 50% salty Britannia 50-50 classic 100% tasty